Hi guys, Pastor P here. Hope that you're doing well this evening on a Monday evening, August 4th, our fourth day of walking and talking and walking and believing and thinking in bold prayer and bold communion with God and about the things that we've been created to be and to do, the things going on in our lives. And so I want to draw your attention. I'm just going to jump right in. I'm going to draw your attention to Matthew chapter 8. I'm going to share a passage with you from the New Testament of the Bible. Matthew 8, beginning in the first verse, it says, Jesus came down the mountain with cheers of the crowd still ringing in his ears, and a leper appeared and dropped to his knees before Jesus, praying, Master, if you want to, you can heal my body. Jesus reached out and touched him and said, I want to. Be clean. Then and there, all signs of the leprosy were gone. And Jesus said, don't talk about this all over town. Just quietly present your healed body to the priest, along with the appropriate expressions of thanks to God. Your cleansed and grateful life, not your words, will bear witness to what I have done. What are we going to do with that passage? Okay, we've been focused on getting stinking thinking out of our mind. We've been focused on how our mind works in prayer. Because a lot of times we have these preconceived ideas. We have these expectations. Like, if you hadn't seen healing, then healing must not exist. If you haven't experienced it yourself, then whatever it is that you're talking about must not really happen in this era, in this dispensation, in this day and age. But here, I'm here to tell you that just as this leper asked Christ, if you want to, come on, Jesus, if you want to, you can heal my body. And Christ's response was, I want to. Get this. God wants you to be healed. God wants to heal you. And that looks like all kinds of different things. So don't be going, well, it didn't happen this way, so it must have not been healing. It didn't happen that way. It didn't happen the way my granny said it should happen. It didn't happen the way the doctor said it should happen. So it must not be healing. God can do whatever the heck God wants. Why? Because God is God and not you, and not the doctor and not the whoever who is speaking this stuff over you. I'm encouraging you tonight to break down any of those strongholds, those traditions, those habits that make us think that, oh, well, God will heal that one over there, but not me. You know, I'll be happy for them. I'll give gratitude for them, but not me. Come on now. What you going to look like? What you going to be like when you're healed? What, you got to kick some excuses to the curb once that happens. The leper said, if you want to. And Christ says, I want to. Know tonight that Christ wants to heal you. God is still in the healing business. But then look just a little bit further. He goes to say, as Jesus entered the village of Capernaum, a Roman captain, not a Jew, not somebody like Jesus, somebody entirely different to Jesus, came up in a panic and said, Master, my servant is sick and he can't walk. He's in terrible pain. And Jesus said, I'll come and heal him. He's going to be about the business. And the captain said, oh no, I don't want to put you to all that trouble. You just give the order, give the word, and my servant will be fine. I'm a man who takes orders and gives orders. I tell one soldier, go, and he goes. To another, come, and he comes. To my slave, do this, and he does it. So taken aback, Jesus said, I have yet to come across this kind of simple trust. It's just simple trust. Just why not believe? We believe in all these pills and all these other things that we're taking, and we're trying to make a difference, and we're believing in the words of all these other people. How about believing in the words of God? How about that? It goes on to say here, it said, I've yet to come across this kind of simple trust in Israel. The very people who are supposed to know all about God and how he works. Imagine that. People who call themselves Christians talking about they know all about God. But this man is the vanguard of many outsiders who will soon be coming from all directions. This ain't speaking about just people who follow Christ. This is talking about everybody. The healing is for everybody. This man is the vanguard of many outsiders who will soon be coming from all directions, streaming in from the east, pouring in from the west, sitting down at God's kingdom banquet alongside Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Then those who grew up in the faith but had no faith will find themselves out in the cold, outsiders to grace and wondering what happened. Jesus turned to the captain. I love this verse. Jesus turned to the captain and he said, go. What you have believed could happen has happened. And at that moment, his servant became well. See, I toss these out here to you. I'm not trying to be flippant with this. I'm not trying to minimize your doctor or your medication or any of that. Please hear that. Do not get this twisted. I'm trying to encourage you to not give up. Not give up. The leper asked directly, Sometimes we go all the way around to ask something. Just like the Roman captain, sometimes we go all the way around to ask something when they were very direct. They were very bold in the things that they asked. I'm encouraging you tonight to be bold in asking for your healing. Be bold in asking for direction. Be bold in asking for wisdom to do whatever this thing is, this next thing that you need to do. I'm encouraging you to do that. And it's not about all these words. I love that he was talking about grew up in the faith but had no faith. And the captain just told him, you just speak the word. You just speak it. You give the order and it'll be okay. Okay, God has already given the order. God has given it in all kinds of translations. Now you can get it in just about any way you need to understand it. Whether you're a believer or not, you can have access to God's presence in your life. Get you some access to God's presence in your life. Just be bold. Say, God, come on now. Come on. Just like the person, the leper said. And it's in Matthew 8. I'm sorry, I changed if you want to. Yo, God, if you want to. Come on now. Just be bold. Approach God in acts of boldness, showing faith, showing belief, declaring your truth. Know tonight that I love you without limit. Thank you so much for the responses to these videos, and thank you for just pouring your heart out. I'm hearing you. I'm seeing you. You're making a difference. I love you. Have a good night.